Hello everyone, in this short video I'm going to provide a little bit of feedback from Unit 1 and I'm going to introduce you all to the assignments in Unit 2. One thing I want to remind everyone is to do two things hopefully every day. When you log in, check the announcements and check the class question board. One thing that you're going to see when I provide the feedback for Unit 1 assignments is some advice and requests when it comes to your APA, your style, and your formatting. And I provided some good tips in here in the class question board, and in the Unit 1 assignment examples, there's APA examples there as well. So it's not too difficult. Once you get your citations, your references down, it goes a long way, especially whenever you're going to show a synthesis of sources. If you're using proper APA citing and style, it's a lot easier to show the multiple sources you're pulling from. Okay, so let's switch over and look at the assignments. Oops, not Unit 1. Let's go into Unit 2. Reading chapters 3 and 4. Data acquisition is going to be the first topic. So we're actually going to talk about static acquisition this week, and we're going to talk about what it is, the different formats, some common tools, how to validate the data that you acquire. So again, I want to keep in mind that following a systematic steps are very important. Your textbook is your primary source, and if you read the textbook and you do additional research, you're going to find out that whenever you come to a computer and it's static acquisition, you actually have access to that computer and you're gathering data. It's very important to follow very systematic steps. You have to be able to show that you did not edit the data and that you were able to use a write blocker and that you created your image and you acquired your data, and that entire process can be reproduced, because if you're doing a static acquisition, you're doing a capture where you're actually creating an image of the data, and all your further manipulation and investigation is going to happen off that image, so that you're not going to ever damage or modify the original data on the host laptop, hard drive, device. So that's a little bit of pointers for this discussion. That's where you should be headed if you're doing the proper research and reading. We also have a paper. This is a very informative paper. We're going to cover the process of how to process a digital investigation scene. Again, systematic, follow your steps. There are certain things that you do every time you come to a digital investigation scene. Here are some pointers to help guide you. Again, the textbook is your primary source, but you have to define what is digital evidence. You're going to talk about how you collect it. How do you prepare for a search? There's different aspects of when you're seizing data, and then you also want to talk about how it's stored. So again, this all ties in actually to the first discussion, where it's very important that you can show how you stored the evidence. All right, that the evidence is stored, it's preserved, it's protected, physically protected. It all comes back to if you have to testify or if that data is presented, you can show again that you were diligent, you followed your processes, you protected the data while it was in storage, and again, all those steps can be reproduced. So sometimes they might bring in another investigator, and you might have to be able to turn over what you captured, and they need to be able to follow the same similar steps, maybe with different applications, different tools, but they need to be able to produce the same evidence. All right. Unit 2, case analysis. That's your second assignment. It's due by Sunday. You go to this website and you download several files, and they provide the detective reports, a warrant, an affidavit. You're going to do an analysis of these files, and then you're going to answer the questions. And again, it's 250 to 500. It's 1 to 2 pages, not including your title and your references. But this is more of a case analysis. All the files are provided there. All right, so we've already covered. Make sure you cover your class question, the class question board. Read the examples that I provided, and make sure you implement them in Unit 2. I'll have grades posted by Wednesday. I've already done the intro to the Unit 2 assignments. This is another important thing I want to bring to your attention in Unit 2. In Unit 4, we have a lab, and I would like, by the end of Unit 2, okay, by Sunday, I would hope that all of you can find the time to read ahead to Unit 4, read the lab instructions. There's specific instructions inside a Blackboard, and there's instructions inside your text. So the instructions inside of Blackboard are going to direct you to go to the chapter. You're going to have to retrieve some files, an executable. I want you to be able to go download those files, make sure you understand them, run your executable. The whole point is I need you to validate that you're prepared to complete the lab in Unit 4. So it's better to get started early. If there's any issues, I'll help you work through them. I will also be posting by the end of Unit 2, by the end of the week, I'll provide a video for any of you who are working with a Mac. All right, so that's it for Unit 2. Please reach out early, often, whenever you need help. I hope you enjoyed Unit 1. I hope you enjoy Unit 2. And again, thank you for your time, and I'm always available. So if you don't spend too much time, if you run into an issue, especially with the lab, reach out, and I will be more than happy to help. So thanks again, and goodbye.